Right. Cool. You remembered and I remember. Okay, y'all, I have notes because if y'all know me, I'm a rambler and I don't want to ramble forever because I can tell you all kinds of great stuff. But first and foremost, thanks for taking time in your evening to get on here real quick. You guys know that when I find something new, I get super excited and I jump in with all 4 feet. I only have 2 feet, but here too. But thanks for being on. What we're going to do is I'm going to kind of tell you a little bit about why I decided Green Compass. And then Allie is going to go over kind of Green Compass and why it's a great company and about the product. And then at the end, if y'all have any questions, I may know some, but really Cherish and Allie know a lot more than me, but I am learning and I'm super duper fascinated. I almost got into a hemp and company a couple of years ago, and I'm so glad that I did it because it wasn't the right company for me. But you know, God knows what I need when I need it, and it wasn't right yet. So how did I get in this? Well, it's funny. I was at the beach. Like, I'm gonna tell you the literal story. I was at the beach and Cherish had heard me say, my husband needs a new hip. That's another story. But his sciatica nerve or whatever, he has like a cyst in his spine somewhere or something. So he was able to get a shot about 7 months ago and it relieved, he couldn't walk and it relieved it. Well, he tried to get another shot and they told him he couldn't have it. So he literally couldn't walk. And some of you know my husband, if he can't walk and do things, forget it. It's just not going to work. So I had heard Cherish talk about these, this tincture. And I'm like, what the hell is a tincture? But anyway, so I called her or she called me on the beach, whatever. We talked. Everybody's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm talking to my girlfriend. I haven't talked to her in a while. She was telling me that one of her brother-in-law or somebody, she had given them some of this CBD and CBDA stuff, and it really, really helped him. And I told her, I said, well, we tried CBD. It doesn't work. We tried all kinds of CBD and it just doesn't work. She goes, yeah, but you haven't tried mine. And so I said, okay, send me the stuff. And so she did. And Mike started using it right away. And within 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. Yeah. 2 weeks. He was like, well, I think, I'm not sure, but maybe. But the one thing he noticed, y'all, doesn't even have to do with his hip, but every morning when he wakes up, he's from a family of arthritis. And every morning when he wakes up, he has to like, you know, shake his fingers out, open up his hands, get his stuff going. And he goes, holy cow, I haven't done that like in a week. And I'm like, wow. And when he would get up from the bed, he's probably going to kill me for telling you this because he thinks he's 30. You know, it would take him a while to get up to walk to the bathroom. And he's like, look at this, you know, and he'd get up and he'd go. And I was like, wow. So we got hooked on it. Well, then I said, well, what about for me? I don't have pain, but what I was suffering and what you guys that know me, I've been in health and wellness now for 10 years. When I turned 51, I went to a functional doctor and learned all about gut health. And he really helped me out with that. I was a mess at 51. So anyway, I've been in health and wellness forever. So I started using some other products because they really did help. Well, about 8 months ago, like something was going on again. Of course, I'll be 60 next month. Oh my God, next month. Oh my God, I'm gonna be 60. I love it. But anyway, like I started bloating again. I could sleep 10, 12, 14 hours. I'd wake up exhausted. I'd have to take a nap in the afternoon. I have been taking hormones by pellet now for 3 years. And so that was another thing. I really wasn't having night sweats, but I wasn't feeling good. Another thing that a lot of y'all don't know about me, and if my mom's on here, sorry, mom, but I don't know if you call it anxiety, because when I think of anxiety, I think of people, because I hear people like can't breathe, major, that's not me. Mine is more, I worry a lot. And I've had 2 incidents happen in my life that literally took it out of me, like took it out of me, okay? And so it's something that I would think about at least 10 times a day. Like I would think about it every single day, 10 times a day. Well, when I got on the Alley Trio, we love to call it, because this wonderful woman lost, I don't know, like 75, 85, I don't know how many pounds on it. Of course, with other things, eating healthy, moving, not just that. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to try it. So when I got on the Alley Trio, which is our nano jelly, which is, she's probably going to say it better, but it's like a hemp jelly. And then the ACV, the digestive jelly, which has apple cider vinegar. And I think it also has turmeric and black pepper and some other things in it. And then our collagen. Now, our collagen, you guys, I didn't know this, but as we age, we need more protein. And our collagen has protein in it. So it's amazing. So I ordered the stuff, got it, started taking it. My bloat, and I'm not lying, my bloat went away. My anxiety, like I woke up one day and I went, wow, I haven't thought about that in 3 days. So that was like, I mean, I cried because I was like, this is amazing. Well, Mike is now calling them my no yelly jellies, because he knows when I forget to take them, because I'm just calm. I don't yell at him. I'm not mad at him. They're my happy pills, or whatever you want to call them. But they just take the edge off. Okay. So, but another main thing, so it's my anxiety that really changed. It was my bloat that really changed. And then this one, if y'all know me, I love to sleep. I'm waking up by myself, no alarm, at 7:15 every morning, and I'm getting out of bed and going about my day, and I don't need a nap. And I'm not doing another fizz in the afternoon. That is huge for me. Okay, huge. And I'm sleeping like all through the night. Like I don't wake up 4, 5, 6 times in the night. So that's also super huge for me. So I was like, this is amazing. And so I told Cherish, I want to sell the stuff. Being an entrepreneur for 38 years, I know something good when I see it. And I want to have multiple streams of income. Right now, we're at Lake LBJ shooting pictures. It's our summer job. We all need multiple streams of income. If it's something that's going to help people and I can make money, well, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. I mean, you know, some people get kind of crazy when you tell them that I want to make money. Well, for me, the more money I make, the more I can give away, the more people I can help, the more I can leave for my kids. I can help my kids with my grandkids. I mean, it's not all about me. It's about everybody around me. We've tithed more to our church lately than we have in a really long time. That makes me feel good. And I really believe that I'm in alignment in what God wants me to do, because I'm helping people. When it comes to pain, anxiety, and health and wellness and weight, I mean, that's what's happening to our world right now. So, I mean, yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. And then, of course, with my sister Cherish over there, I mean, ever since I met her, I wanted to be in business with her, which we were kind of in the same business, but not really. So it was really hard. And so now, like, the community is great. Everything's great. We all have the same morals, the same ethics, the same everything. So yeah. So that's kind of my story. Let me make sure I went through all my notes. Oh, this is a big one. I forgot this one real quick. Work from your phone. Mike and I like to go places, and I still want to make money. So I work from this thing. I have 2 grandbabies. If they call, I want to go see them, but I need, you know, my kids can call and be like, hey, mom, can you come for 5 days? And I'm like, yes, I can, because I have my computer and I have my phone. So to me, that's huge. And, you know, that's where everything's going, you guys. If you're afraid of MLM, social selling, whatever, you're doing it every single day. How many of y'all ask where you get your nails done, where you eat, where you get your hair done, what do you think that is? That's the same thing. It's the same thing. So I'm going to pass it over to Allie, because I'll just keep going on and on and on. So I'm going to pass it over to Allie, and she's a smart one.
Thank you. I love hearing all the benefits that you were talking about. Myself, I've lost 75 pounds using some of our products. And just seeing my family and the benefits they've had from using them, it really is amazing to see. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself and then go into kind of what sets Green Compass apart, because there is a lot of CBD on the market, and then go in just very briefly why maybe this business would make sense for you. So I'm Allie, like I said, and I am in Virginia Beach. So it is, almost 9 o'clock here. I know on the West Coast, the sun is still up. So thank you for kind of tuning in right at, maybe dinner time when things are chaotic. I have 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I was a special education teacher for about 12 years. And I now, because of Green Compass and the income that it has provided me, I was able to step away and do this full time. So I was with another direct selling company in the skincare industry for about 4 years.
Need to get the toy.
Oh,
You got a toy.
I was with another company for about 4 years before I heard of Green Compass. And so I worked really hard, didn't expect to leave, but I got to the point in that with that company, and I was like, you know what? My income is not matching my effort. And I felt like I needed to do something. And about that time, I was scrolling social media and I saw Green Compass. And I was like, what in the world? Like, these people are selling CBD. No, you can get that at the like here where I live, you can get that at the gas station, the grocery store, all the places. Like, no way. So I kept doing my own thing, not being really happy, but acting happy. And I still was following my friend Emily on social media, and she was doing her thing in the CBD world. And I watched for about 6 months. And I really watched her whole world change because of this company. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll ask a couple questions. And when I did, I no longer could sit back and just kind of wait. And so I'll never forget it. I was teaching summer school at the time, and I clicked join, didn't even tell my husband. I was like, I'm going in. And what is crazy is what took me 4 years to build with my previous company, I surpassed in 4 weeks here at Green Compass. And it wasn't me. I was still the same person. I had less than 1,000 followers on Instagram. I'm actually really shy in person. It wasn't my skill set. It was because we have a product that truly is helping people. And our mission is just so big. And you're going to feel that on the call tonight. So enough about me. I'm going to get straight into sharing with this amazing company and kind of why we partnered with them. So Green Compass kind of came about because of a mother. Meredith Cook is the founder of our company, and she wanted quality CBD for her children, but she could not trust anything on the market. So some people on here are probably moms, and when we want to give something to our children, we tend to look at the ingredients a little harder than when we want to give something to ourselves. And that's what she did. And she quickly realized that there was a really big need in the market for some clean CBD. And so she talked with her husband, and they built Green Compass. And there's a couple things that really set Green Compass apart in this industry. And I'm going to go over those things for you really quick. And there's about 4 things. The first thing is we are certified USDA organic. And not only is our hemp organic, but the soil around our farms and our plants is organic. And the reason that is so important, not because it's cheap by any means, but hemp is a mock crop or a scavenger plant, whatever you want to call it. So it literally soaks up everything around it in the air and the soil. So we have to make sure, and it is our top priority to make sure that our soil is absolutely clean so that our hemp stays clean. So we make sure there's no heavy metals, pesticides, contaminants, anything like that. The next thing that sets us apart is we're vertically integrated. And when I joined, I had no idea what that meant, but it basically means we're farm to family. We control every part of the farming process from the seed to the seal. So we plant it, we extract it, we harvest it, extract it, bottle it, package it, and ship it. There is no middleman coming in and touching our product ever. So we get to control the quality at every point, which is really cool because, you know, nowadays you hear a lot of companies are having things on back order, or they have problems with like shipping, you know, getting things in stock. That is never an issue with Green Compass because we are the ones that control that 100% of the time, always. And then the third thing that kind of sets us apart in the industry is the extraction process. So we use CO2 extraction, and a lot of CBD companies use alcohol. And the reason we use CO2 is, again, not because it's the cheapest by any means, but because it is the cleanest method to date. And it just provides like the purest quality product. And again, that is our mission here at Green Compass. And then lastly, we only use the flower of the hemp plant, which is really important. A lot of CBD companies will use the aerial parts, meaning the seed, the stalk, the stem, all of that, because it creates a bigger quantity of product, you know, but it does not create a better quality of product. Which I found really interesting when I heard for the first time, our farmers who are actually part of our corporate team, they hand pick the flower on the hemp plant like each day when it's in harvest. So like it's crazy how intricate they are with our process. We have a huge product lineup, and I'm not going to go into everything that we have. I'm just going to go into a couple things really quick, and I'm sure anybody who, you know, invited you to this call will share the whole product lineup if that is something that you would like to see. But I'm just going to kind of go over our bread and butter products. The first one being the tincture, which is the oil. And we have a variety of flavors, a variety of strengths. And we have full spectrum, meaning it contains the legal limit of THC, and we have broad spectrum, which just means it contains no THC. So it's great for kids. My kids have been taking CBD since they were 1 and 3. And another thing I just want to note is we have a QR code on all of our products, and that just pulls up a certificate of analysis, and you can scan every single thing we have, and it'll show you exactly what is in the bottle and exactly what is not in the bottle. So you can just have that safety and knowing that you are getting something truly clean and safe in your body at all times. And then the next thing that I wanted to show everybody is our jellies, the nano jellies. And I don't want to confuse these with like the gummies on the market that you guys have probably heard of or maybe even tried yourself. We named them jellies actually because they're totally different than a gummy. You know, gummies have very little absorption because the molecules are too big and they're not water soluble. Our nano jellies are actually proprietary to Green Compass. And we just made them so that they're water soluble for max absorption. And that they've nano-sized the molecules. That actually means that they've shrunken them down so they get absorbed into our digestive tract so that you get between a 90 and a 95% absorption rate. These are a household staple and one of our best sellers. They also come in full spectrum and broad spectrum. These are the full spectrum. These just released. What's cool about these is it combines the benefits of an oil and a jelly together. So you get the longevity of a 24-hour benefit from an oil, but the quick onset within 15 minutes of a jelly. So these are absolutely amazing. And then if you've never tried Green Compass or you've never tried CBD, we have a bundle where you get the jellies and a full-size tincture for $99, which is basically buy one, get one free. And it is really an amazing deal for you to kind of wrap your head around both of those things. So if that is kind of where you see yourself starting, be sure to ask for the Rest and Restore bundle. But if you are somebody like Cordie or myself or Cherish, and you are kind of have that business mindset, or you have an entrepreneur spirit, I really suggest, like, perking your ears up a little bit, because this next section, like, about the business is really, really, really amazing. And I never saw myself in direct sales. I actually was a snob when it came to it. Never tried CBD before I joined this company, but here I am, 3 years in, and just like, can't believe that this is what I get to do each day. It's truly amazing. But the CBD market as a whole, is valued around 5 billion. And it's projected to be about 28 billion over the next 5 years. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the whole world, just because of the high demand. And that alone is why this business model makes so much sense. So when you're looking at a business opportunity in the direct sales space, there is a couple things that you want to look for. You want to look at the timing of the opportunity. You want to look and say, is the product that they're offering truly create value for the customer or the buyer? And is the product that they have rare? Is the mission that they serve rare? And I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, we check all of those boxes. I would not be sitting here today taking time away from, my little kids if we did not check those boxes. And I can say the same thing about these ladies on the call. So the first thing is the timing, like I just mentioned. So with Green Compass, we are only 4 years old as a company. So technically we're still in that ground level phase. We only have around 8,000 to 9,000 active advocates across the whole United States. So there's cities and states that haven't even been touched. And I'm willing to bet that you have a friend, a relative, or some kind of connection there, and you would be one of the first to bring Green Compass. So I always tell everybody, like, what if you think of like the biggest company, maybe it's Amway, maybe it's, Arbonne or RNF or anything like that. If you were the first person to spread that company in your city, think of where you would be right now. Your life might look a little different, because that's the position we're in with Green Compass. So being ground level, we're right at that border of momentum and hyper growth. And I'm not making this up. Like, this is something you could Google, right? There's a graph that shows this. And that's where most direct sales companies see the most explosive growth, is right where we are. So we've kind of set the foundation in years 1 through 4. We've worked out the kinks, kind of got all of our systems into place, and we're really prepared for that massive growth to come in the next few months. And I always like to mention this for my numbers people, but we have a consulting firm, and Green Compass was only projected to do about $300,000 in sales our first year in business. And we did 1 million in our first 45 days. And we did almost 12 million that first year, and we've doubled it every year since. So that just goes to show you that there is a very big need for CBD out there. The next thing I have to say is, or that you want to ask yourself is, does this company or this product, is it anchored in value? Does it give value to the buyer or the end user? And like I said before, absolutely. CBD creates a better quality of life for everybody. It helps people have less pain, less anxiousness, less stress, better sleep. And it doesn't discriminate. It is for men, women of every age, kids, every gender, every race, all mammals. Even my dog uses it. And if you follow me on social media, you know he needs it. So that's why we have a 73% customer retention rate. It's also why we have people joining this business and having so much success when maybe they were working in another business in the direct selling space and didn't have that same success like myself. Because you're creating value with both the product and the business side of things. And then lastly, like, is this a rare opportunity? Is this a rare product? And I have to say, CBD is not rare, right? We've already said that. You can get it anywhere, but you cannot get clean CBD everywhere. You just cannot. And it's because there is no regulation in place currently for the CBD industry. You could put any liquid you want it to in this bottle and make your own label, print it out in the label maker and sell it with your own business, you know? And people do that because people know that they can make money in the CBD industry. But regulations are coming, and they're coming quickly because that is just the way this world works. What's really cool is Green Compass was just in DC. They were asked to sit at the hemp roundtable with Congress because they know we are doing everything right. And when regulations do come for this industry, we're going to still be the CBD company left to provide people with the product they need. So it may be that CBD is not rare, but the fact we're doing it the way we're doing it is. So, 80% is white labeled CBD, meaning they import their hemp from China and they slap any old label on it and they give it to the consumer with absolutely no regard to the quality. All the reasons I've stated above kind of set us apart. So not only that, but Green Compass truly is mission centered. And we not only want to help people with overall health, but we also want to show people that they can create financial wellness for their families. And that is what is truly rare in this space. So before I close and open it up for a little Q&A, if anyone has any questions, I want you to just think about these two things. So, and a friend told me this and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. If someone would have came up to you in the early 80s and said, hey, you should probably invest in this company called Apple, and you said no, would you regret it right now? Or if someone came up to you in the early 2000s and asked you if you wanted to invest in this little startup called Google, and you turned it down, would you regret it right now? Because that is the opportunity that we have right now in the CBD and collagen space. It's truly unbelievable. And we're on a mission here at Green Compass, and we're not stopping until we are like a known label in every single household. So I am going to thank you so much for your time. I'm going to stop the recording.